Shut up, bitch. Sorry. Just let me finish that text. Done. Okay. Welcome to the Simple Mind Sports Show. Patriots Nation, are we finally realizing that with what was an epic shit show of an organization, as becomes less of an epic shit show of an organization, things become harder to disguise. Flaws become harder to hide. And that biggest flaw being potentially Drake Maye. Are we finally realizing that? I think some of you are. We've been talking about it for a long time. I've been talking about it for a year. We're going to talk a little bit more about it tonight and how that may or may not be true. But before we do that, as always, we're going to do some opening takes on here on the Simple Mind Sports Show Friday Rewind live August 21st on Thursday. Bobby, if you could, start us with some opening takes, please.
Well, I know we're going to be questioning Drake Maye and his capabilities, but let's at least give this guy one season without Gerard Mayo and that dumpster fire that was last year. We've been talking about it. This guy was not set up for success. He was coming into a complete disaster. I know he's had a shaky preseason at times, but he's looked better. I can't throw it out until we see one season with a competent coaching staff. Let's give him a chance. I'm not done with him yet. He's got all the tools. Let's fingers crossed here.
I hate the coherent approach to this. Please keep that in your pocket for when it's needed at other times.
Fair enough.
But thank you. Raymond, your opening take.
Unlike Bobby, I'm not a little bitch. Drake Maye, sound the alarms, folks. He does not look good. Going against scrubs against the Washington Commanders and the Minnesota Vikings, he does not look good. He looks like shit. You have a problem on your hands. You are saying this is the franchise guy. Everyone's saying, oh, it's just preseason. What are you worried about? What are you worried about? You're going against scrubs. You're going against backups, and you look like shit. That is what we're worried about. You're still making dumbass plays. You're still making careless turnovers. You're still throwing the ball over people's heads, and they have to go up and get it for you. Drake Maye is not the savior that everyone thinks he is. He's not going to be that guy. He's still a work in progress, and he might not even be the franchise guy after what we've been seeing in the preseason. Yes, you can tell by the preseason. We will be taking our victory lap after the show. I have a small wiener, and yeah, enjoy.
Drake Maye probably made Ray wait 15 minutes.
He probably did. That's why he's so aggravated. Yeah. Now, normally here, I generally keep myself for the last opening take because these are all blind. No one knows what we're going to talk about. And you idiots usually talk about the same thing, and I try to differentiate to keep the show interesting. I'm not going to tonight. Give me the view. Drake Maye is a problem, and I fucking told you a month ago. I told you a year ago. Drake Maye is a problem. We've seen this guy. We've seen this mold of an NFL player 100 times before. Superior athlete, top of his game, never had to overcome a goddamn thing, was given everything he got, and everything that he won was because he was more athletic than everybody else. He played in the ACC as a football player, and he succeeded at a high level, except in his senior year when all the good people around him left, and then he looked like shit. And it's exactly how he looked in New England last year when there were no good people around him. He looked like shit. Well, that doesn't work in the NFL, people. What works in the NFL is your quarterback that propels your team. You need shit around the NFL quarterback to propel them to success because they get paid so much money and because of the hierarchy. And Drake Maye is not it. He's not it. He might be okay. He might be fine. Might not be a bust. He might not be Daniel Jones, but he might be fucking Drew Bledsoe. He might just be goddamn Drew Bledsoe, who I love dearly, but thank God for fucking Mo Williams, who knocked the shit out of him. It was Mo Williams, right? Who knocked the shit out of him and let Brady come into play. Because without Mo Williams, we don't get Super Bowls, okay? You get Drew Bledsoe getting his ass kicked every year. So you got a Drake Maye problem in New England, and the sooner you figure it out, the better. I don't know if he can overcome it. I hope he can. But everything that I've seen so far, we got a Drake Maye problem.
Mm-hmm.
We got a Drake Maye problem. So prove us wrong, Drake. We're here to talk about that. And we're here to talk about the other person that knows he has a Drake Maye problem. So I'd like to get to that. That's going to be our first topic of the show. And our show rundown, we're going to get on the Patriots and the other person besides us three that think they have a Drake Maye problem. We'll touch on that. We'll do a real Red Sox talk. They hit the pumpkin button a month later than they normally do, but we're back to pumpkin status for the Red Sox. as we move into the Yankee series. We've got 10 questions from a guy named Rob, Dr. Big Mac's Big Brain section, and Simplest Minds of the Week. A big Simplest Minds of the Week. A lot of dumbasses this week. This is the Simple Mind Sports Show. Friday, we rewind live Thursday, August 21st. Welcome to the show.
Happy birthday, Pops.
The Celtics are dumb front-running pussies. This is the same team they have been for 4 years running.
Well, my worst nightmare came true. Missoula and Mayo are friends. What the fuck? Apparently, they've known each other since Virginia. They have these docking sessions where they talk about ball and managing people.
Vacation. I'm gonna quay all these. I'm gonna fucking watch them this week.
Do you say quay?
Is it not quay?
It's Q. It's Q. It's QUE. You idiot. And there you have it. Welcome to the Simple Mind Sports Show here, Friday Rewind, live August 21st. If you're watching on YouTube, you're welcome. We got a new room for Bobby. I'm pretty certain about that.
Always a new room.
Yep. Everyone looks devilishly handsome. Got a couple backwards hats. Ray, some kind of striped undershirt situation going on. Oh, it's one shirt that cuts off the titties right at the
nipples.
Nips.
Right at the nips.
Who designed that?
Renee.
That's the you're allowed here, not here.
Yeah.
That's a real what's the movie with Julia Roberts? Pretty Woman? That's a Pretty Woman rule. No kissing on the lips. That's a universal rule for all whores. Okay, so there you go. Welcome to the show. If you're listening on your favorite podcast platform, please rate, subscribe, review, tell your mothers, tell your friends. We're going to talk Patriots here. We're going to start the show on Patriots. We're all down on Drake Maye. Bobby, less so than the two of us.
Which is weird. Bobby's usually the one that's more negative about,
the only thing Bobby has going for him in his life is the Patriots being decent this year. He can't afford the negativity. He, in the balance of life, his negativity for Joe Missoula is so low, he can't afford another ounce of shittiness towards Drake Maye.
I need it.
He can't do it.
I need it
in the sports equilibrium of a New England sports fan.
Well, the equilibrium. He has one bad preseason game, and all of a sudden, everybody thinks he fucking blows. So I mean, it's swung out of proportion now.
Excuse me, Bobby. He has an entire season of shittiness in the NFL, including game-losing interceptions, and just a pedigree of being an overhyped fucking uber athlete who doesn't have the fortitude or the drive or whatever it takes to be an excellent NFL quarterback. Mostly fucking accuracy. How's that? Can we start there? Can we start with accuracy as an NFL quarterback? Max Hollins is 6 foot 1,000, and Drake Maye is basically overthrowing him every time he gives him the ball. So can we start with that? Just the pure mechanics of the fact that the kid can't throw a slant route without tossing it to fucking Needham. Can we start there?
No, it's true. He has areas for improvement, and we've outlined it. We were never fanboy on him, but I cannot. I'm not going to judge on a preseason game. It doesn't fucking matter. The preseason games don't matter. When we get into the season and he starts losing the games again, because he did lose some games last year. He didn't really win any, and he wasn't helped. But if he gets into the season and he's the reason why they're losing games, I'm out. But I have to see it first.
Fine.
He's got a real coaching staff. I need to see it. I can't get down on him until I see him play real games again.
That's fine. And if you ask me right now how down on him am I don't know. 10 out of 10, a 6 maybe. I'm with you. I'm not judging it just on the preseason games, but when you project of everything that we've seen from the kid and what it might look like, this is where we're at. And we're not alone in the fact, Raymond. Greg Bedard won, very close.
Oh, he's an old crotchety fuck.
Patriot follower.
And I love it.
He's not alone in this. He's not. And for some reason, they all jumped on board in this week. Like they hadn't been watching them all. He hadn't been watching this kid for an entire season. Greg Bedard's the guy that came out and said, you draft Drake Maye, you better sit him for an entire year and put him with a quarterback coach that shows him how to actually throw a football in the NFL. Because the biggest thing holding Drake Maye back is his mechanics. And again, I'll reiterate, we've seen this time and time again from athletic quarterbacks that come to the NFL that don't actually know how to throw the football, that just survive on their pure athleticism. They die in the NFL. And Greg Bedard, to his credit, called this when they drafted him, but everybody got sucked into the hype because he is athletic, he can run, and he can provide some fun losses, including the 2 game-losing interceptions that he gave you. He said, Greg Bedard, on the Felger and Maz program last week, that he went from his 11-win prediction this year to 8 based on their lack of depth.
Shit prediction to begin with, so he just came to reality.
He did come to reality. That's fair. He was a little high on him before that. And we toot have been dead on it from the fucking beginning because his biggest arrow pointing down was the fact that they have very little depth basically everywhere, which is what we said 7 months ago, 4 months
basically ago. Yeah, everything on paper looks great. You have great starters, but what happens when someone gets hurt? And we're seeing it now. You have no depth to bring anyone in.
The first thing we said after the draft was, where's your depth at your most important positions? They're not there. But most importantly, Raymond, the second thing Greg said was, your quarterback may not be ready and he may not be able to get it. And you are relying on hope that he can grasp Josh McDaniel's system by week 4 to be competitive, but realistically week 8 to be kind of in it. And at that point, it's too late. And hope is the most dangerous drug the human being can have. And if you're relying on that as your quarterback, you're fucked. So there you go.
I guess also real quick, Mike Vrabel starts off slow every year. He notoriously, the first 4 games of the season, he doesn't have a winning record. So that's also something to watch out for. If they have a incompetent quarterback going in there who's not ready, a line that's all rookies, and on the left side not being able to protect Drake Maye, you got wide receivers who we don't even know if Stephon Diggs is going to play. He tells the media no. Mike Vrabel says yes, he's going to play. No one knows if he's going to play week 1 or not. So yeah, you have all these unquestionable.
Why even play the fucking season? Just mail it in now.
Oh no, give us a positives, Bobby. This is
Bobby. What's so positive about this?
We're 2 weeks away from the season starting. It's been all rainbows and fucking butterflies because the Jerod Mayo era was such a disaster on the cusp of the Bill Belichick end of an era, which was even worse of a disaster. So now Vrabel comes in and he's got pedigree. He's an expatriate. You've got Drake Maye, who is an athletic quarterback, and things are looking up. They spent $330 million in cash this year. They bolstered the defense. You've got Steph Diggs, and on paper, it looks like, boom, next steps. Here we go. We're on the way. We got a shitty schedule. We got a bad division. We're next steps. We're ready to go. And then you just peel back the onion a little bit. You peel back the onion a little bit like Ray and I are doing, and it looks like fucking shit still. So tell us why that's not the case. Please.
Nobody said there's some winning team, but they're on level footing with most of the league. If you look at the league, there's not a lot of great quarterbacks. Half of the league, I read a story on next year, they could probably turn over their quarterback. There's about 12 teams that feel really good. The rest of the NFL is just in the middle, just like they are. And we saw with the Jerod Mayo team, they had plenty of chances to win games if they didn't fuck it up. Okay. They fucked it up a lot more than anything else. So this year, the reason why there's some hope is this team so far in the preseason, they've been disciplined and they've been competitive and they're clearly playing better than they played at this point last season. So if they're as a collective unit going to be able to get in there and win games talent-wise, they have better talent, but yeah, they don't have depth. And if they get injuries, they're fucked. But they're going to be a better team, and we're going to watch a better brand of football because they're going to be a more organized team.
That bar is very low.
I didn't set it high, but that's where we are. That is where this team is.
I don't disagree with you to say that we're going to get a better brand of football this year from last year and even the year prior with Belichick is accurate. However, in terms of the success of this team and what we're really talking about and what they can do, that is on Drake Maye. There's 100%. Not enough. There's not enough. That's a pretty easy general statement in the NFL. You know, your success is based on your quarterback, but a lot of that talk is based on the best teams in the league and what they can do for the Super Bowl. What we're talking about is making the playoffs, because the rest of this roster is not good enough to propel them forward. So you're relying on the big, massive question mark that is Drake Maye. And the reason why I'm continuing to make a big deal of this is because Patriot fans and Patriot media have not been asking this question. It's just getting started now. This question is just brewing, and this focus point is now just brewing because the Gerard Mayo year was such a disaster. Drake Maye skated. Didn't matter how good he was. Now it does. And if you're not a good, competent quarterback, your team's going to suck. And if you're going to throw in the overtime a 60-yard pass running to your right with no business throwing it and lose the game to Tennessee on an interception, when you're on the Patriots team that has a trajectory to the number 1 overall pick, no one gives a shit. If you do that and you lose an opportunity at competing for the playoffs, we're going to give a shit. And that's what we're talking about. And there's nobody in the world that can say they have the confidence that Drake Maye can accomplish that. He has not proven that at any form of football. The guy's played basically no fucking football in his life. He's 22 years old. He's had one good season at North Carolina. So tell me why you're so high on the Patriots and Drake Maye. Because he's big and fast? Come on.
It's just hope because, like you said, like we've been having terrible seasons here on since Bill Belichick after Tom Brady left, and then you had Gerard Mayo. You just had bad. So everyone's looking at the glass half full. Like, hopefully this guy is going to be able to settle things in and be the new guy, and we're going to have 10 years of Drake Maye. But when you look at it and you dissect it, it's not good enough. You're not going to win these games. You might not even be an over 500 team this year. It's going to be a work in progress. Maybe next year he picks it up, but right now he does not look like the guy.
Bobby, we went into this season, and Greg Bedard's the best case scenario because he's a negative, as you said, negative old prick. He said 11 wins because everybody assumed that you would get average quarterback play from Drake Maye. I'm just saying that that's not guaranteed. He may be.
No, I agree. I agree it isn't guaranteed. Totally agree.
He may be one. Jay Cutler's a really good example. Like, just a guy. Now, Jay Cutler was kind of a fucking asshole. I think
he's a cunt.
Jay Cutler was a cunt. I think Drake Maye is not a cunt. I think he cares. And I don't think
he cares about football.
I don't think he's stupid. If you were to ask me which side of this he's going to land, I think Drake Maye is going to be good, not great, and this will work out to be okay. I'm just saying there's no evidence of that. And the only evidence that we do have of a guy in this mold is they generally don't succeed. An over athletic quarterback without a big pedigree in college doesn't have a great track record in the NFL. So pump the fucking brakes.
Would you say his ceiling could be Kirk Cousins?
No, because Kirk Cousins is
a terrible athlete.
I'm saying like quarterback wise, like not like running and scrambling and athleticism, but like that type of quarterback where he has flashes, but he's still a fucking idiot and makes dumbass plays down the stretch and will lose games.
He could be great because he has the tools. That's the thing. If he hits.
So I think, the mental game is going to be a big point for this quarterback too. And not a lot of people talk about the Kirk Cousins, but Kirk Cousins' mental game shriveled to the size of Ray's 8th grade wiener when it really mattered. On 4th and 18, he throws a 6-yard out. In his last performance as a Viking, on 4th and whatever it was 4th and double digits, he throws a 6-yard out. Like that sums up Kirk Cousins' career. Drake Maye's not that guy.
No,
Drake Maye's the guy on 4th and 3 throws a 43-yard fucking pass into triple coverage. Like what's the in between? Can you find the in between? Can you not be Jay Cutler? Can you beat Aaron Rodgers is too high because he's one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time?
Literally.
But
And he's literally
he lost. He did not have that winning quotient as a leader. I think Drake Maye probably has that leadership thing based on everything that we're talked about.
Yeah, seems like people gravitate.
Well, it's all projections. He's had 1 year in the league under, to Bobby's point, a shitty head coach and a shitty organization. And now you've got Vrabel and McDaniels, and they're trying to mold this kid into what an NFL quarterback's supposed to be. I'm just saying the only thing he showed me is he can lose a game. He's never showed me he can win a game. Not once. Fuck your 2-point conversion fucking play in Tennessee. That is ridiculous. That's stupid. Show me you can do a minute 12 down the field, touchdown, tie the game. He hasn't done that. He's lost the game twice in interceptions. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Okay, that's a lot on Drake Maye. We're getting down to cut day. We're getting down to depth issues, as Greg Bedard mentioned. I just want to do 1, 2, 3, 4 position groups. Get your opinion on them. So, as mentioned, Greg Bedard talked about this team not being able to get to 11 wins. He took his prediction to 8 based on his number one thing he based on was depth or lack of depth. And the second one was Drake Maye. So we talked a lot about Drake Maye. So let's talk about these depth issues. You want to talk about concerns of depth issues? It starts at offensive line, in my opinion. Then you go to linebacker, in my opinion. Then safety, then cornerback. So that's 3 position groups on the defense. So
which everyone has at a high level right now is like the best top 5, top 10 defense in the NFL.
Another kind of like toot from us, like pump the brakes on this fucking defense. We'll get there. Can we start with offensive line?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So depth issue concerns, which we've chronicled, so we don't have to spend too much time on this, but let me just give you the depth chart as of now. So let's start here. I'm going to start on left tackle, and I'm going to start with Campbell. And I'm not going to say we were wrong, but I am going to tip a cap to Mr. Will Campbell. And I think inevitably everybody will end up liking Will Campbell. I don't think Will Campbell's ever going to be a guy that we're like, fuck him, get him out of town. I think Will Campbell is going to be a really good football player for probably a really long time in the league.
I don't think he's always going to be a left tackle, but he's probably going to be a really good offensive lineman.
He might not be a left tackle all the time. I think he's going to be a left tackle this year.
Yeah, he will this year.
And I think we're going to watch him play, and I think we're going to go, all right, he's not a number 4 overall pick, but we like this dude.
Yeah.
He's our guy. If you have something bad to say about Will Campbell, you don't get to say it. We get to say something bad about Will Campbell. Nobody else does. We get to.
Yeah, no one else can talk about fucking Bobby's mom except for us.
How dare you?
Will Campbell's going to be the guy that we get to shit on. Nobody else gets to shit on. That's going to be Will Campbell. So there you go. There's your left tackle. And we better hope so, because the guy behind him is Vidarian Lowe, and we all know what the fuck that looks like. So from there, you've got Jared Wilson at left guard, who is the darling of preseason. College, he played center. Now he's going to play left guard because you've got Garrett Bradbury and Ben Brown, who are swapping snaps. We're not too sure about Bradbury. Ray, you mentioned it earlier in the season or preseason that he might not be the guy, so you might be right on that. Ben Brown off the street might be the guy. Mike Nwinu solidified at right guard. Morgan Moses, we have not seen Morgan Moses, and when I think now we know that's obviously preordained.
Yeah. Veteran rest.
He's old. Veteran rest.
Fuck. Yep.
He knows what he's doing. He's going to get in there, and you better hope so. You better hope so. Because here's my number one takeaway, and you guys can take it from here. You've got Sidney So in this, Jack Conley, Layden Robinson, a lot of guys that are going to get cut. but Morgan Moses better be able to perform, and he better be able to give you that 86% show up rate, because beyond him is DeMontre Jacobs, which statistically was the worst tackle in the NFL last year. And beyond him was a guy named Marcus Jones, who doesn't even qualify.
Marcus Bryant.
Sorry, Marcus Bryant. Sorry.
Rookie. Marcus
We'll
Bryant.
get there. So your tackle depth is poor, Bobby, is I guess what I'm saying.
Correct. Yep, this is the O-line was the number one reason that the team was so bad last year. And if those five starters play, I think they'll be an average offensive line. They'll be good. They'll be able to be competitive. If any of them goes down, the whole thing will break down. Maybe they could survive a guard injury, because that's probably the easiest one to replace. But if they lose a tackle, they're fucked.
Yeah, if Vidarian Lowe is thrust into action, the McDaniels is going to have a lot of work to do, and that's where the only positive aspect comes from this, Ray, is Josh McDaniels versus Alex Van Pelt. Josh McDaniels understands Vidarian Lowe cannot guard Max Crosby on the edge. Therefore, let's shift the tight end over and let's give him a running back chip, and let's throw a slant to Max Hollins coming from the right side because he's big. He understands football, where Alex Van Pelt just said, 11v11, let's go. They're going to scheme some shit up, and that's where your confidence should come from. It should not come from the roster. It should not come from the
McDaniels will get people open.
Yeah. And protect. And this is where McDaniels is not getting enough credit. And also, this is where your positivity should come from the offense, from the Patriots coaching staff. You've got Doug Marrone there coaching scheme and stuff on the offensive line. And there's a couple of other young guys that I don't know their names, but I've listened to some interviews for, and they've got experience in the NFL, and they're good. But Josh McDaniels, I understand his history, but he knows how to fucking call a play. He knows when a tackle can't handle a guy. He knows
his weak part. He knows his weak players, and he knows how to scheme around that.
We heard the news this past week that Alex Van Pelt was not in the ear of Drake Maye up into that 15-second mark in the NFL, which is fairly rare, but it can go either way. You can screw up a quarterback or not based on that communication. But you have Josh McDaniels in your helmet. You roll up to the line, 15 seconds, 10 seconds left. We got Max Crosby. Shift Henderson over to your right. Shift Henderson to your right. Max protects. Like, that's the shit that helps young quarterbacks. Max protect. Chip. Like, and then the quarterback relays that. And Josh McDaniels is one of the best offensive coordinators in the league at that. So that's the type of stuff that you should be able to see, and it's going to make your offensive line look a lot better than their personnel actually is. So
the other thing too, real quick, is Jared Wilson. That kid can play any fucking position on that offensive line.
Fucking love Jared Wilson.
I love Jared Wilson. So
get a jersey, bitch.
I might have to get a number 58. But that's the other thing. You know how you're talking about Will Campbell, tip the cap. Jared Wilson's going to be that guy at the end of the season where you tip the cap and he's just all over the place on that offensive line.
No one's going to give a fuck about the left guard, Ray.
I'm saying he can go anywhere on that line, Bobby.
I disagree with you, Bobby. If Jared Wilson, Greg Bedard tells me that Jared Wilson is the reason that they're having success on offense, I will support the fund for the Wuhan jersey for Ray.
Thank you. I think it's only $32. I don't know if the tariff's kicking yet, but yeah, $32.
Tariffs are in. When tariffs are in, it will be $132. For now, it's $32.
Yep.
All right, let's just shift to a couple of these other positions when it comes to depth. I'm gonna depth concern. Offensive line is number one. Second for me is linebacker.
Nope. Oh, yeah. I'm with Bobby on this.
They have one linebacker. Of note.
Bobby.
So let me just give it to you, Ray. So Bobby has been big on Spillane. Bobby is the number one
on Spillane.
You need to buy Bobby a Spillane jersey. So when we
I don't think they make them in men's small.
You can make them in men's small.
He has to wear Spillane. Beyond that, Do you know who the second starting linebacker is for the New England Patriots?
Yep.
Christian fucking Ellis. Christian Ellis. I have multiple. I've been talking a lot this show, so I want to give you some talk about this. This is not about, for me right now, what we're about to talk, and Harold Landry is on this list as well as a starter. And I get that that's a pretty big name and he's older and he should have an impact. Beyond that, you're not going to like the names off of that. But the fact that fucking Christian Ellis, who they gave something like $4.75 million guaranteed dollars to, this goes to, if you want to tell me that Elliott Wolf is your lead guy on personnel, then that's an Elliott Wolf such situation, which is fucking bullshit. It's fake. So whoever Mike Vrabel told to go sign a goddamn linebacker to fill this position, that guy needs to be kicked in the fucking teeth, because Christian Ellis is not the guy. Okay? And he's about to prove that to you time and time again. And he's backed up by Giovanni Tavai, who Belichick made a guy, because Belichick can make any linebacker a guy based on his offense, based on his defense, because he's sacrificing shit everywhere else. They're going to have a problem, Bobby. I'm going to let Bobby go first. Bobby's been saying this from the second. He loves Spillane, and you're 100%. The dude's a baller. He's exactly right. But if he goes down, Marte Mapu steps in, and Christian Ellis steps in. They're fucked.
Bobby loves Mapu.
Fucking screwed at linebacker, which may be, outside of left cornerback, the most important position on you go left cornerback, defensive end, some type of linebacker to stop whatever tight end or running back you need. You're in a top 3 position on the defense there. I like Spillane, but they have done nothing for that depth.
No, linebacker's been a problem for years. If he goes down, it'll look like the defense did last year when Bentley went down. They'll have no spine. They'll have no thump in the run game. They don't have a thick enough defensive line to hold it. Spillane is going to be the run defense. Watch it. I'm telling you, he is the run defense. Ellis, Gibbons, Chase on Landry, they're all basically edge defenders that are just going to scream off the edge. None of them play the run. That's what Tavai does, but he could not even make the team. He's a cut candidate. So I don't know what they're going to do with him.
Ray, let me throw this over to you just to combine that, touch on the linebackers too, but also at safety, which I've been screaming about for 5 years. Jabril Peppers beats the cocaine allegations. Good for him, I guess. Beyond that, you've got Epps, Del Pettis. Craig Woodson is the rookie that they want to start at free safety. Hawkins, they signed a couple years ago to replace McCourty. That never happened. Duggar is on the trade block, which you get to a second. And Brandon Schooler is praising Jesus on his chin every fucking game. Your depth concern here. Let me just give you the rest of the secondary. I told you about the secondary at cornerback.
Have you watched the game tapes, guy? Come on, they're
Christian
good.
Gonzalez has not played yet. I understand they're holding him back. You have a hamstring injury at 25. You're either a pussy or you don't fucking get yourself ready enough. So that's a problem for me, number one. But as a team, if you know your best cornerback is either a pussy or doesn't get himself ready enough, I get not playing him in the preseason. Like, you kind of need that guy. Let's baby him and then slowly Vrabel him into football shape. So, okay, fine. Christian Gonzalez, he's not there. Carlton Davis, he's playing. Made a couple
plays. 10 games. Yeah, he'll play 10 games.
He'll play 10 games. From there, Marcus Jones is in the slot for every tight end to catch a fucking ball on his helmet for the rest of the season. DJ James made a couple interceptions against the 4th-teamers in the league. And Alex Austin is there for every Hail Mary to be
great
thrown.
tape. He's got really good tape.
To be fucking, you've got bad depth at cornerback. Yeah. You got bad depth.
You got bad depth at secondary. That safety, I know you've been preaching all along. You've been preaching all along. If Peppers or Woodson go down, you're fucked. Epps and Hawkins, they're not going to do anything. Duggar's on the trade block. Brandon Schooler can go fuck off the goddamn Patriots roster. I can't stand him. But the biggest thing out of all of this that you're talking about on the defensive side is, do you think Terrell Williams is going to make the season? The guy keeps passing out on the sidelines. That's a bigger question. You might not even have a defensive coordinator going into the season or making it the full season because.
What are you suggesting, Ray?
It's diabetes. He might have diabetes teeth.
He might. He might. You're right. There's not a lot being made out of the defense. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. There's not a lot being made out of a lot of things that could go bad for the Patriots.
Do you pass out a lot, Rich?
I have never passed out.
Oh, okay. So maybe he doesn't have diabetes teeth.
No. Yeah, those symptoms don't correlate. Let me give you some trade block options. So Jalen Polk,
he can't be traded because he's hurt. He's hurt.
Good for him. He just guaranteed his contract.
Smart.
Best thing he could have done for himself.
Guaranteed that.
Went to business school.
His career is over.
Jalen Polk was the second-round pick,
number 37 overall.
He's second worst bust in Patriots history, right?
For wide receiver or just overall?
Overall. I mean, they're both wide receivers. Number one is
N'Keal
Harry. N'Keal Harry is the number one bust of all time, for sure.
You think Cole Strange is making a play for that?
That's such a stupid fucking pick. It's almost like it doesn't count. But yeah, probably.
Well, there's another one on this list that's on the trade block that could be another bust.
Strange has played games at least and he's an NFL player.
Maybe, but yeah, he should not have been drafted. I mean, he should not have been drafted at that position. It's almost not his fault.
But at least he's an NFL player, whereas the other two aren't.
Jalen Polk and N'Keal Harry are right there as the worst busts in Patriot draft history.
Did N'Keal Harry have the best hands in the NFL, though?
No, Jalen Polk said he had the best hands.
Okay. Just making sure. I didn't know which one it was. Yeah.
We'll get back to that. The other guy on the trade block is Anthony Jennings, which I think is a good player. Maybe not the system. So we'll see how that all plays out. Cut day, what I want to talk about here before we get to the Red Sox, we got to move on pretty quickly. But the biggest question mark here for cut day is wide receiver. Are they going to carry 6 guys? Let me give you the names. Let me start with the number 1 rated wide receiver in the preseason. Per Pro Football Focus, effing fucking Chisholm. This guy makes the team. No doubt he's on it.
Just like the sun rises every morning, a white wide receiver will make a Patriots roster.
I like that. The way you're thinking about that. But also, this fucking kid's a football player.
Yeah.
And you put him in McDaniel's offense, which values the things that he can do. If Drake Maye understands it, this kid's going to be a fucking
5 yards at a time, baby.
This kid's 6. It's 6, Bobby. That's why they're so good. It's not 5.
Idiot.
It's 6. That's why they can get beyond the stripes every 2 plays. It's 6 to 7. Edelman was a 6 to 7 yard fucking receiver his entire career. Never caught a touchdown. 6 to 7 yards. First down. Gronk, touchdown. Bang. Super Bowl. That's the game. You fucking idiots. Nobody can cover somebody fast in 6 yards. In a 6-yard space, if the quarterback knows what you're going to do, you're going to go right or left based on what your shoulders do. You can't cover that shit. Watch Julian Edelman. Watch his entire game film. And watch Gronk. Nobody can cover that shit. I don't know if Efton Chisholm's that guy, but he looks like it.
He sure does.
He looks like it.
Small sample size we get. He looks like it.
Your other guys, obviously Stephon Diggs is going to be there. Demario Douglas. Can I just give you a little bit on the Demario Douglas? And I just gave you a little bit on Efton Chisholm. I wrote a blog about Demario Douglas here on Some of My Sports Show. You can go look at it. He's not going to be a thing. He will not be on the Patriots in 2027.
Why do you don't like him?
He doesn't have it, man. Just trust me on this.
Okay.
He does not have the Efton Chisholm. Efton Chisholm, you watch him run, and I get it's second unit things, but just watch him play. He understands the zone, where to stop, catch the ball, fucking fall down, keep going. Demario Douglas is fast and twitchy. Watch him play with Drake Maye last year. They're never on the fucking same page. Being on the same page between a quarterback and a wide receiver, I'm putting it on the wide receiver 9 times out of 10. And when you watch that against Drake Maye, and I'm specifically talking about the time that Drake Maye threw the interception and Demario Douglas kept running through the big zone, it's a double safety. It's Tampa 2. Sit down in the fucking zone, Pop, and catch the ball 30 yards down the field. He doesn't even turn his head. Go watch that play.
He just ran his route.
Demario Douglas runs routes, Bobby. He doesn't have the football thing. He doesn't have it. I'm telling you right now, prediction. Stephon Diggs will be 100 fucking he'll have 89 attempts to him this year. Stephon Diggs. I don't know if he'll be good. So there'll be 4 or 5 yard fucking drag routes.
I like how you changed that.
And Efton Chisholm will be your guy. Matt Collins will be your guy. Booty will be the deep guy. Demario Douglas will get buried. And that's my prediction. Demario Douglas is not going to be that guy. But he will make the team. Then you got Booty. You got Kyle Williams, who's a rookie who may emerge. I may be underestimating him. Kendrick Bourne, Bobby's guy.
He's going to get cut. He's going to get cut or traded.
Okay, so here we go. I'm going to stop talking. Kendrick Bourne, Jalen Polk already hit the IR. Javon Baker. Are they going to keep 6 guys? Or are they going to keep 7 guys?
6.
Okay, give me them real quick. Go ahead, Bobby.
Diggs, Douglas, Hollins, Booty, Williams, Chisholm.
So Bourne's gone.
Bourne's gone. Fuck
What
Bourne.
do they do with him?
Trade him. Minnesota needs
They're
a
going to
wide
cut him.
receiver.
Nobody's gonna trade for him. They're going to cut him.
7th, we're going to trade a 6 and a Kendrick Bourne for a 7th to Pittsburgh or Minnesota or San Francisco. That's what you're going to have to do. Get rid of that fucking contract.
There you go. We'll see. All right, that was a lot of Patriots talk, a lot of conjecture there, but
because it's almost time, baby. It's
right
almost fucking time. And apparently the Patriots knocked out Jackson Dart. So boom.
Nice.
We are recording this as the Patriots play the Giants in the preseason, and you know what I like, Bobby? I like this time of year because Ray's happy.
Well, for the first 4 weeks, I'll be happy because there'll be.
Hey,
hope.
we were happy as fuck last year in week 1.
Yeah,
he's so happy. If the Patriots win, if nothing else, if this gets to anybody on the Patriots, they'll understand that it'll make this man happy. The guy with the striped fucking arms from the elbow, like
exactly,
like he's the Wicked Witch of the East,
who has to go in at 2 a.m. now instead of 1:45.
Nah, I might actually call in tomorrow. I don't know yet.
He's got to go in.
now there's no impact.
I might have another beer. I might just keep drinking. I don't know.
Call in. I'm gonna call in.
That boy.
All right. Then there you go. All right. Let's throw the headlines with the obvious one.
Thank you there, Richard. And what might be the most epic embarrassment since I tried a juice cleanse? The Red Sox were swept by the Baltimore Orioles at Fenway Park. Bases loaded 3 times. They still can't get the job done. Their postseason hopes softening like my attempts at a hard weenie. At Foxborough, Vrabel's taking shots at Drake Maye like Rich takes shots at me for throwing up in the Uber ride at 1 p.m. because I'm a pussy. Maye is an idiot. His coach hates idiots. To nobody's surprise, I am Team Maye here. The Celtics are finally the Celtics sale finally went through. Bill Chisholm bought the team for $6.1 billion, turning Wick Grossbeck into some weird alternate governor role. So he still shows rich people sex dinners or whatever they do. It's like I bought a treadmill, then gave it to my aunt while still calling it mine, and we're both still fat. I do not do sex dinners with my aunt. Chisholm says championships are the goal as he guts the roster, and I take dumps in the mud. In the nude, excuse me. Jason Tatum is rehabbing his Achilles, calling it tedious. Tedious is what I call reading, but unlike me, he's actually making progress. I'm Dr. Mick. Stay salty, keep it thick. Back to you there, Richard.
It under pressure.
Need more spaces. I needed more spaces in there.
Yeah, I apologize. I'll get that. I'll get that shirt out for you. When you see the word nude, N-U-D-E, you see mud. Or
yeah, I don't have my glasses. I left them at work, so I'm sorry. That's my fault again.
That's okay.
That's okay.
You have glasses?
Yeah.
You left them on your desk.
Yeah, actually, yes, I did.
What kind of plumber leaves his glasses on his desk?
I'm a Mario. All right, we're gonna do a little Red Sox talk here. Bobby is obviously famous for his baseball take, so we want to get his opinion on this. Different season, same story. 1 month later than normal, the Red Sox and their manager are complaining about their losses. They've lost 8 of 12. They've dropped to 3rd in the division, game and a half behind the Yankees in the wild card. Raymond, can we have an update on the score here?
Keep talking.
Red Sox, Yankees, massive series. Now, a lot of times when I say things that I don't mean them, I do mean this.
3-2 Yankees.
There you go. Red Sox versus the Yankees. This is the first time I felt like this Red Sox-Yankees rivalry has meant anything in a minute. To the point where I'm gonna watch the games and watch them intently.
Are you gonna do that? You're gonna pay for that package?
I'm gonna pay for some kind of package. Let's say some like your mother pays
So
for
the
my
first
package.
thing that Saturday, pay for a package.
There you go. So there you go. So they're a game and a half on the Yankees. They're losing by 1 right now. They're coming off an embarrassing 2-game sweep of the Orioles, in which they left the bases loaded 3 times. They had 5 batters up to the plate where they did not need a hit in order to tie the game or take the lead, in which they failed to do so. What it looks like is the Red Sox of April or May. They did not get enough deadline help, is what it really boils down to. They did not get enough deadline help. They didn't get enough pitching in the bullpen, and they didn't get a big enough bat to fill at first base. They got Nathaniel Lowe, who hit a big 2-run home run in the 9th inning, Raymond, to tie the game, in which they blew against the Orioles, and they had every opportunity to win that game, including the sacrifice fly, which they did not send their young, fast player from third base. Just stupid shit all around, which we can talk about if you want to. My general thought here on the Red Sox is they're turning into a pumpkin again. The last 2 to 3 seasons, they've turned into a pumpkin a couple years after the trade deadline because their management did not get them the support that they needed. This year, they're doing the same. It looks like the same exact pattern, just about a month later. And I'm wondering if it's the same symptoms from the same cause here, Ray, or is it a different scenario? Do we have a different DNA in this game with Roman Anthony's here, Alex Bregman is here, Chapman is here. We've got different players on this team, and maybe they just hit a bad spot at the wrong time. And as we roll into this Yankee series, they're going to show us that they've still got what they need to get into the playoffs.
Nope, they're not. I think they're done. No, I like the young core. It's great. They're showing positive. Like they're having fun. They're coming out saying, this is a great locker room, great dugout. We love playing with each other. It's awesome out here. But you don't have the core guys to get that playoff push. You don't have someone to go after Crochet. Brian Bayo, he is not the guy. You have Dick Fix, who now just went into the bullpen because they don't have a role for him. You just don't have that lineup where you have 3 top-end pitchers that can go out there and, get those wins on shitty teams against the Baltimore Orioles, against the Miami Marlins. You should have swept Miami. You didn't do that. Then you get swept by the Orioles. I mean, you just don't have the roster right now. You still a couple pieces away from being a postseason threat. And until that is changed, until they start spending more money, it's going to stay that way. I think it's sad that all of the Red Sox fans are going out there happy that they got Nathaniel Lowe, who got DFA'd from Washington, who is one of the worst teams in the MLB. And you're excited about a guy who got DFA'd from the worst team in MLB to come play first base. Why wouldn't you just go out there and spend more money on a first baseman at the trade deadline and fill that role instead of waiting for a guy to get DFA'd?
Yeah, I agree with you. The sentiment from the fans is not great right now, but that is because they're still in playoff presumption. There's not a lot of forecasting to that, which it seems like we're doing now. We're forecasting. It would take a real massive collapse for them to lose, and I think September call-ups are going to be the best things that they have because their bullpen is so bad, and they've got some decent arms down there in Worcester, but yeah, like you have to understand that the Red Sox are now working on a budget, and that budget is fixed. And we've talked about this in shows before. Craig Breslow, this is the first time Craig Breslow has been in this job. Okay, that seems weird because it's the Boston Red Sox, and generally you don't qualify for a job like this for the Boston Red Sox as a first-time GM or president of baseball operations or whatever his stupid title is. You know why? Because they're worth $5 billion fucking dollars. And usually when you operate a team worth $5 billion, you've got some experience behind you. But because the way that they've run their team the last 5 to 6 years, they did not present a working environment that brought on talent that would be able to actually coherently run an organization in the baseball space with $5 billion. So you got Craig Breslow, which was your 10th fucking option to run the team. 9 people. You asked 9 people to do it. They said no. And then you interviewed Craig and he said,
I don't think they said no. I think they laughed at you. I think they laughed.
Right. So here you are. And I've given Craig, Mr. Breslow credit. The Garrett Crochet deal, that works. Do you know why that works, Ray?
Why?
Because they traded Kyle Teal, who was one of their, quote, big three. Isn't it interesting? For a year, we heard about their big three, which was Kyle Teal, Roman Anthony, and Marcelo Mayer. And then they traded one of them. And then they traded their big three to Campbell, who they brought on the team, who failed fucking miserably after they gave him a big contract. And now they won't bring him up this year because he needs more development, because of course he does, because he's played 1 year in the fucking minors. And then you want to make him a poster child for what you do for development. You don't know what you're fucking doing. You fucking losers. You hired a bunch of nerds and then you want to fucking make it seem like it works, and it doesn't work. You jackasses. The Red Sox are successful right now because you paid people to fucking play for you. The guy named Alex Bregman, who gets $40 million a year, the best closer in the year, gets $10 million a year. The fucking fact that you run your organization like it's a soup kitchen has no bearing on the fact that you're a fucking playoff team on the verge of collapsing. You stupid cunts. You bitches. Figure it out. Fuck. We'll be right back with 10 questions from a guy named Rob.
Bravo. That was good.
It's tough to follow.
I did not get to my point, but I think I made it.
You made your point. You made your point.
Apologies.
Nerds suck.
Don't apologize. That was great.
Apologies.
No need. Here we go. Here's a question. Tatum called his rehab tedious, as we've heard. Should we be worried about his commitment?
No, I mean, that's a terrible injury. I mean, you're tearing your Achilles. It's going to be a tedious fucking rehab.
It is a tedious process. Coming back from an injury is miserable.
No.
I am as skeptical, shitty, bad about all things sports, specifically Boston, as possible. Tatum is the least of my worries on that list of all things. That guy, I know we make fun of him for he idolized Kobe and stuff. He's Mamba. He doesn't have the Mamba mentality that like he's an asshole, but he is dedicated. Like
he cares about basketball.
Everything he does is basketball. Like, I will not be surprised if he plays March 1st. Like,
no, I wouldn't either.
He is. That's what he does.
I agree. So Will Kimball scored above an 80% according to PFF's ratings, an 89 or something for run blocking and above 80 for pass blocking in his 2 preseason games. Do you believe the PFF rankings will Campbell translate that into the regular season?
I'm going to give you my positive homer take. Yes. Yes, he will. I think he's got it. I think he's going to be just fine on the left side this year. Will he be left tackle next year? Probably not. But for now, yeah, I think he's going to just be A-okay.
Do you have an opinion on this, Bobby, or do you want me to talk about it?
No, you can go ahead.
I think Will Kimball's going to be – I think he's there. I think he's going to be your guy for a while. I don't remember if I'm going to get too chewed on this if I said, you can't draft this guy. He's going to – 4th overall for his skill set and maybe what his career is probably going to be too high, but that's not all relative to his draft and certainly what the Patriots needed. I think this dude's a football player, and if the Patriots can get their organization straight and Vrabel and Drake Maye figure their shit out, I think Will Kimball's going to be a left tackle with the Patriots for a long time.
He's got the attitude that you want in a lineman. He's got a little nasty to him. That's why he's a good run blocker. So hopefully it works out. I just worried about him getting beat off the edge a little bit. He will lose pass attempts. He will be the reason for a strip 6 at one point.
I don't know. I looked it up. Matt Lake, they're the same, very close to the same measurables. If you got a good quarterback and a good center, if everyone's on the same page, if you got good football players, good guy. We just talked about it on that Patriot segment. Like if you just got guys that know how to play, you're gonna be okay. And I think Will Campbell is not the guy you have to worry about of being a prick or whatever. He's not that. He's a dude. You want that dude in your team.
He will die for you.
And he literally said, "I will die for the Patriots" in his draft interview. And I would love to make fun of that, but I think he's gonna be really fucking. I think he's gonna fucking be good. I think he's gonna be good. I think he's gonna be good. I'm actually gonna take all of equivalation out of it. Will Campbell will be the left tackle for the Patriots for the foreseeable future. I'm gonna go with it.
God, I hope you're right. Judon went to the Dolphins. Should the Patriots have kicked the tires?
No,
he's done.
No,
absolutely not.
Great. The best move Wolf ever made.
Yeah.
Best move they
made.
the third. That's the greatest value Wolf will ever get in any move they ever make.
Yeah.
I shoot him for
smart move. Yeah.
I don't know. Did he? I have no idea if he even did anything for the Falcons last year. Nope. He obviously didn't.
Nothing. I don't know what they did with that 3rd round pick either. We could look that up, obviously, but it's probably
fucked it up.
Jalen Polk. I have no idea. Anyway, yeah, good move.
Now, speaking of idiots that have the name Jalen, would you try to kill a guy over a parking spot like Jalen Brown's daddy?
I have some of the worst road rage of all time. Like if someone cuts me off and puts their brakes on, I will try to fucking run them off the road. I've done it before with my wife in the car, and she's yelled at me several times, being like, "What is fucking wrong with you? Don't fuck with me." There's
this Corolla coming at them like 100 miles an hour.
I'll run you off the road. I don't give a fuck. I have car insurance, motherfucker. You want to fuck with me? I'll fuck with you 10 times higher, you fucking cunts. Yeah. So Jalen Brown, his dad, got you. You try to steal my parking spot? Fuck you. I'll kill you.
I believe he stabbed him.
Just so you guys know, Kyle Williams was the pick that they took for that.
Very good.
That's a good move.
Yeah.
Here's the point of redemption here for Mr. Brown, the stabbing, because the stabbing is a real it's an instinctual move, It's not a premeditative move. Generally, a stabbing can be relayed as an instinctual move, So that
yeah, but that's a man thing, You're not using a gun. You're not using a pew. You're using a fucking knife. So you're going.
I get you right. I think I would not have done it, but I understand the.
Bill gave me a wedding gift of a knife.
I don't think Jalen Brown. I don't think Jalen Brown and Mr. Brown are close. Jalen Brown is always seen with his grandfather, so I think
that's racist.
No, that's honest.
That's racist.
No, that's true. Jalen Brown is generally seen with his grandfather. That's a true thing.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
Anyway, yeah, don't take my parking spot. I will stab you.
Yeah.
What would you do if you could never ever check the weather again? You'd always have to walk out blind.
That's
I
fine.
don't check the weather anyway. I don't give a fuck. It's like when I open my garage, I go outside. It's raining. Oh, I guess it's gonna rain today. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I don't do a whole lot of weather checking. Did your parents do that? My parents, we went camping a lot, which I guess was a big deal, but like they would talk about the weather all the goddamn time. Like, gonna rain. And my in-laws, my wife's dad does it too. Like, well, he sends us weather reports because he's afraid we're gonna get swept away. But they like, don't you remember that? Right? Were your parents the same way? Like, my dad was like, fucking, it's gonna rain on Friday.
Yeah, like, oh, we're going to the beach.
That's
Yeah,
they
it's
would
gonna
watch
rain
the
out. It's
local
like
news, and then the weather would be on there every day.
Yeah, the local news, like, it's gonna rain on Friday. It's
Yeah.
like, well, I guess we can't go camping. It's like, oh, it's Friday. It's not raining.
Yeah. Joke's on you, motherfucker. The weatherman's always wrong.
Weatherman was always wrong, but we always watch the weather.
Yep.
I don't watch the weather.
That's the biggest
don't care.
scam, the weather.
It's a yeah. No one get paid for it, but it is a scam.
Goddamn bastard. Speaking of scamming, Travis Hunter's wife filed for divorce several months after the marriage. What a bitch.
Who's the bitch in there?
Who do you think?
I think it's both.
Yep. Thank you, Rich. Thank you, Bobby.
Can I just? Never mind. What does that do to the team?
That is.
You don't look at him. The same.
Aren't they holding him out of this preseason game probably because he's a mess?
Probably.
That team is full of 24-year-old millionaires that were.
Well, he's not a millionaire anymore.
Well, hold on, just follow me. They're all the team's full of 53-year-old guys that were in the same position as him a year or two ago. And this guy, the number 2 overall pick, I'm playing both sides of the ball. I'm a fucking phenom. Blah, blah, blah. And they all just go, you just got taken by this chick. We all read the goddamn news. No prenup. You gonna get married. You didn't want to go drink at the parties.
Who's his agent? Who's his agent? Like, I'd be
he
firing.
probably doesn't have an agent.
I would fire him. Be like, you didn't make me sign it.
Can I just like? Obviously, the story in itself is either funny or sad, or however you want to look at it. But if you're the Jacksonville Jaguars, that guy can't be on your team, man.
Trade him.
How are you going to put that guy in a fucking route tree for Trevor Lawrence when he's having to pay $20 million to some chick who just fucking gaslit him for 3 years? How is that happening?
She should be on a cover of a magazine.
That might be the biggest toot I have of all time. That guy is.
That was
not.
a call. You did call it. You called your shot. I'll give you that.
That guy. That might be the biggest toot I have of all time. Him and Shedeur Sanders. And the Browns might just bury that fucking guy too. Those two might be my biggest toots of all time.
That's true. Yeah, you did call it. Good for you.
Good God. And I don't feel good about it, but Jesus Christ, man. Jesus Christ. Just go play wide receiver in the NFL. You'll have a fucking 5-year career. You'll make $100 million and you'll be set for life. All of your kids will be set for life. Instead, this fucking woman she's going to take half of it and you're never even going to see the football field. He's never going to see the football field. He's not going to make it. Are you nuts? All right. We'll see. We'll see, fantasy football players. We'll see if he makes it. Did you have any more, Bobby?
Questions? We got a few.
Oh, fuck. All right. Keep it going.
Will Jalen Polk ever play for the Pats again?
No. Fucking next.
No.
Celtics sales finalized. How quick until Chisholm and his wife bang on the parquet?
There he did. That was part of the
Done.
when the ink wasn't even dry yet. He did that.
They signed it with jizz.
Makes sense. Who wins more games, Drake Maye or Caleb Williams?
Caleb Williams.
No,
Drake Maye.
Drake.
Yep.
Drake Maye. I have more. Yeah, Drake Maye.
Go for the all-inclusive vacation or the figure it all out yourself vacation?
All inclusive, baby.
All inclusive.
All inclusives are great. Depending, unless you want some sort of adventure vacation, then I go that. But all inclusives are great
with kid. All
inclusive. Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me. I want a
Agreed.
drink in this hand at all times. Bring them.
That's it.
Okay. All right. We're back. Right back with. We doing Big Macs?
Do you want to, or we can save it?
Let's save it.
Okay. Simplest minds of the week.
Oh, back to school to prove to Dad that I'm not a fool.
But I will say, I don't know if you can tell by looking at me, I do have family members with Down syndrome. It almost got me. I dodged it, but it nicked me. Bit of a day walker myself.
Are you stupid or something? I'm as stupid as a stupid does.
All right, Reverend. Take it away.
All right. This one is mine. I didn't tell Richard about it, but I call it the perfect dive.
Very good.
You want that one more time? All right, great.
Nailed it.
I was like, cheering for him. They're like, yeah. They're like, dude, you just
Right,
almost.
so here's what I'm going to do. Here's what I'm going to suggest for you. I'm going to suggest to all of us. I'm going to suggest a new segment called Internet 101. And I think that's Internet 101. Just stupid shit. Like,
that's what the Simple Minds I thought was.
Well, no, Simple Minds is. I think Simple Minds of sports. Simplest Minds of sports is a little more. It's gonna be a little more sports related, a little more dumb.
That was diving.
We're gonna get to a couple of those, but I like the segment of Internet 101. Internet 101 is like Star Wars kid.
Gotcha.
We can get there. We can get. What else you got?
We'll go to yours next. Pee Wee football.
Oh no!
One more time, and Rich, you can narrate this.
This is a kid that his father told him he had to play football. And there's not a lot of positions for him, and he just got absolutely annihilated.
That looks like Ladarian Lowe when he's the left tackle for the New England Patriots. Right there.
Not great.
And that other kid who's playing defense looks like he's on HGH, testosterone, in a full regimen of creatine all at once.
Where are you on that? Like, if you're in that defensive end position, you know this kid is not
doesn't give a fuck, and he's like, I don't.
That kid obviously knew, like, I'm fucking this kid up. I know me, but I'm generally a pussy. I'm gonna let that kid. I'm gonna hold him up. Like, I'm not gonna fucking annihilate him.
Fuck that. Toot. Here I come, motherfucker. Here comes the train.
Him right in the chest and jacked him up.
What would you do, Bobby?
I don't think I would like hurt the kid when you know that like there's just no chance you could ever do that.
Right in the middle.
You just
of
go
us.
right through him, but
right in the middle of us. Right, you know that Bobby can't commit. That's his problem. He's got no commit. You and me, we got commit.
I'm gonna fucking destroy
You're gonna
that fucking.
You're very
kid.
small and you're very inadequate, and you get that. And I understand that there's better things in life, so that's fine. That's great. All right, next.
Spirit Airlines decides to fly their plane.
This made me laugh out loud. I don't even know if it's funny. I don't even know if it's true. But a Hurricane Erin came through the East Coast, and you know all the headlines were hurricane is demolishing everything. And then Spirit Airlines, if anyone's watching, you can see the fucking route they made to the Bahamas.
Whoopsies.
If you're not watching, it's a big giant circle.
fucking Spirit.
A big green giant circle of the hurricane, and then a purple line of Spirit driving directly through it to get to the Bahamas.
Spirit Airlines is the worst airline I've ever flown on.
If you decide by yourself to take Spirit Airlines or Frontier for that matter, if you make that decision by yourself, by your own accord, that nobody can sue. When you die, that's it. You're done. Everybody. You're out like that. It's just
like they shouldn't like be able to sue. Like you like, oh, that crashed.
Right.
Oh,
No,
you were on Spirit.
On your own
fuck.
definition.
Yeah, you've
So
signed
we're
up
gonna
for
rewire that box, baby. We're gonna get you there.
Yeah, we're gonna get you at 3:30 arrival. Yeah, we're gonna get you, babe. We got hurricane in front of us, but we got X.
But we're not like a bunch of fucking pussies like all those bitches.
To
at
be
JetBlue.
fair, if I was on that flight and they got us there, like everyone went through it, we were all in it together, and like they're still serving booze, and we landed them in the.
There's no way they were serving booze on that thing.
If you had booze, you were drinking it, or if you could get.
Oh yeah, of course.
If you could get if you were just sitting there and you could get access to booze, you were drinking it. No one was stopping you. There was no rules.
Of course,
on that
I'm
flight.
sorry. Yeah.
There's no fucking rules. And then you land in the Bahamas. Oh, fuck.
And the island's ruined because of Aaron.
No, it's not. You're there. You're there, baby. You survived. Booze is free. Go, let's go.
How many people puked on that plane, you think?
Everybody. But
Yep.
if you land, then everyone, you're all safe. Everyone just fucking drinks and fucks, and everyone's like, bang, like we're in the Bahamas. Let's go.
Agreed.
Yeah, that's a real risk reward situation.
The next one, all these kids should be killed. I can't stand these fucking kids on these goddamn fucking bicycles.
Anybody listening, this is I-93 through Boston. The old big. There's 100 Utes riding their bikes through the tunnel.
I want you to keep watching, though, Richard, because one of these kids...
Yeah, I know exactly what you're going to tell.
The fat kid that can't make it up.
I know exactly what you're going to say. I know.
Oh, he's coming up.
Exactly what you're going to say.
He's coming up on the left. He's going to be on the left.
The
fat kid can't make it up the fucking hill.
Here's the exit. We're going to Government Center, except for one of these fat fucks.
Watch the left. Watch the left. He's right there in the tan shirt. He doesn't make it. Oh, there!
Jesus Christ. This is so big. The ramp's too much.
I can't do it.
Can't do it.
I need my electric bike.
Do it.
Oh, I fucking hate these kids, though. I don't know if they have it down where you guys are, but these fucking kids, like, they'll ride wheelies in the middle of the road and play chicken. It's like, dude, what are you fucking doing? What is going on right now?
Never seen that.
Let me tell you something.
Go ahead.
I am the worst get off my lawn guy in my neighborhood. Like, people drive too fast in my neighborhood. And I have 2 young girls, and it's...
Oh, you do?
And I don't like that. But if I'm in the midst of like 100 kid like bike rally, I gotta just respect that.
Oh, no way!
I would not.
Oh no! I want to run them off the road.
No, I would just be like, this is like, I wouldn't have the balls to do that. Fuck you, Ray. You don't have the balls to do that. If you're in the midst, there's 100 kids on their bikes. You hit one of them, you're going to jail, bitch. They own you, motherfucker. Like this, you just.
That's why you don't hit just one. You hit them all.
No, good for them. Like, fucking respect the road. As long as they're not being shitty about it. Like, they took an exit to an exit and then they got off. This is like, all right, like, we're 14-year-old badasses. Like, we handled this shit. I don't know. I'm good with that. I'm good with that. Respect the youth a little bit. Like, they're all just out there.
Yeah, let them have a little fun.
Getting their willies out. No one's getting hurt. Like,
I-93 blows in Boston, and you expect me to say, "Oh, that's cool. Just ride your fucking bikes."
Yeah, fucking loosen up, you asshole. Everyone just needs to loosen up a little bit. That's where we're gonna end the show. This is doing the Simple Mind Sports Show, Friday Rewind, live August 21st. Loosen up, you tight ass motherfuckers. The Patriots
for Drake Maye.
suck. The Celtics are gonna suck. The Red Sox are gonna blow it. Everybody knows it. Have a couple drinks, not too many. Lighten up, you fucking losers. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye now.